So when I was a kid growing up, my mom, she tried to cook from scratch. She tried to do things in a pretty healthy way. A lot of what we ate was homemade as opposed to eating now and going to fast food restaurants. Often when we would travel, then would be the time where we would eat at fast food restaurants and what have you. The really important thing that I learned from that time was portion and sizes. So at the end of the day, when you think about the foods that you're eating, you can still eat the things that you enjoy. And this is a part of the mentality that I grew up with, and part of the mentality that I want to share with you all through Forever Young Fitness. One of the really big things in Forever Young Fitness is the mentality that you have and the relationship not only with your body, right, and exercise and working out, but also with food. A lot of times people will tell themselves, oh my God, I ate this burger, I ate this pizza, I have to beat myself up about it. Or if I ate, way too many nuggets or whatever your guilty pleasure is, right? Going into that and saying, now I'm gonna have to kick my own butt now. You're using that exercise as a form of punishment, right? That relationship with food is already in an unhealthy place. And then you're gonna also create an unhealthy relationship with working out, right? People see like, oh, I need to do cardio or I need to lift weights as a form of punishment. For those of us that have been athletes, through various different years as I was growing up, they would say, oh, we need to go do suicides or we need to go do sprints, in order to get you back in line or to get you back under control if you were being a little squirrely or acting out of line. I think the thing that I really want to focus on with all of you is to say, this is something that I enjoy. This is a process that I want to be a part of, because you're sculpting, you're changing your body, you're feeling better on the inside, you're sleeping better, you have more energy, you're a more positive person in your day-to-day life. It's about internal changes and not just the aesthetic outer piece. I think we have to get away from saying, this is something that I'm doing just so I can have a really nice body for this amount of time, or this is something again I'm gonna do for someone else. It is important to do things because you care about other people, but you also have to care about yourself. And there's no better way to pay yourself back than to take care of your body. The Forever Young Fitness mentality is based on living as long of a life as we can with the highest quality of life that we can. When I was in college, this Lithuanian lady came up to me while I was working in a gym, and she always said, oh, I'm Lithuanian. It was like a big part of her identity, so that's why I want to point it out. But she came to me and said, how old do you want to be when you die? And I thought this was a really strange question at first, because normally we would just talk about the weather, we would talk about this, we would talk about that. But as we dove more into the conversation, I realized that she was really meaning something further than just, we're counting the days until we're dead. She was saying, as an older person herself, that she works out and she stays healthy and eats well because she wants to live the highest quality of life as possible. And she was a part of this organization or, this maybe local community group called the 100 Club. So as a part of the 100 Club, their goal was to live to be 100 years old and to have a high quality of life until that time. With Forever Young Fitness, it's not that we necessarily have a specific number that we're trying to reach, but to live as long as we can with the highest quality of life that we can. So around the same time, not too long after, some of my grandparents and my family started to become unwell from various different reasons. But I thought a lot about their life choices as I was studying the human body and how that affected their conditions or the situations that they were in. Without getting into too much detail, essentially the way I felt about it was, I know for sure in some of the situations, if nutrition would have been, a little bit more on point, had exercise been a part of the equation, they wouldn't have suffered from some of the ailments that they had. So for me, it became, I need to gain this knowledge, I need to get this information so that then I can provide the truth and get more information out to the rest of the world. Because again, now with access to the internet, we have so much more access to information than we ever have, but that also means that there's a whole lot of false information out there as well. So again, the Forever Young Fitness mentality is all about informing yourself, making sure that you have the education, the information that you need so that you can succeed in your health and fitness journey.